Hey Dollyland. So just have kind of a bunch of odds and ends for you today. First up slash first of all. That's what that was trying to be. Fiber wig making update. So thankfully I am not just a crazy person, and somebody, shit, I forgot her name already. Some zodiac sign makes, Capricorn makes, Sagittarius makes. I'm sorry, I forgot your name already. Somebody left a comment on my last video explaining what the heck was going on with my fiber. So that was really awesome, because yeah, I didn't know what the heck I was doing wrong, and it was just driving me nuts. So yeah, apparently it's called crocking, and who knows what went wrong, but something went wrong and the dye didn't take, and so it was just rubbing off on everything. So yesterday I had it soaking in boiling water and dish liquid. What's going on with my hair? Let's do it that way. There we go. Sorry, I'm just gonna keep fussing with it if it... Fiber, right. So, I was soaking it in boiling water and dish liquid yesterday, trying to pull out as much of the dye as I could, and any lanolin that was still on there potentially, if that was causing the problem. So I did quite a few rounds of that, like at least 3, but it might have been like 4 or 5 even, I don't really remember, but and it was clearly improving. It was getting kind of less and less dye each time I did it, and then after however many times I did it, laid it all out to dry, I could tell it was actually a lot softer than it was, which I didn't realize it wasn't all that soft, I guess, but it was like noticeably softer. So I thought, okay, so I'm definitely heading in the right direction. My fiber is softer than it was, and it's losing a lot less dye. We're getting somewhere. So I thought I'd gotten it, left it to dry, and then when it was dry, I didn't really see it on my hands, but my hands were already really stained from futzing with it all day. So I got out some, white paper towels and squeezed real hard on the hair and ran it through there, and sure enough, the fucking paper towel had dye on it, and I'm like, ugh. But it had a lot less dye on it than it did. So, I felt like I was getting there. So, but I was done dealing with it last night. But then this morning I got up and dove right into work. I didn't even have coffee. Like, I got up, came to the kitchen, and immediately got the fiber going to soak. And then after that was in, then I got my coffee made. So, but I was determined to make this work today, or if it wasn't going to work, I was going to come to some kind of conclusion today. And so I did the same thing again, boiling water and Dawn dish liquid, and I did that. I think I did 3 more rounds, let it sit in the boiling water for 30 to 45 minutes, and then rinsed it real thoroughly, and, still getting dye off, so did it again. Did that 3 rounds, and then I got to the point where I thought it was good. I mean, there's still a little bit of color seepage, but that pretty much, when you've got the hot water on it, it's hard to tell, because, yeah, so, well, it was soaking, so, but anyways, then rinsed it till it ran clear, let it dry, ran white paper towels over it again, squeezed as hard as I could, and really get some friction and make sure that nothing was going to come off, and hallelujah, no dye came off. So, Yeah, it took like 10 half-hour baths in boiling water and dish liquid to pull that all out. And it still, I mean, it didn't pull out all the dye. There was still actually, it was still actually quite a bit. It was still pretty dark brown. But it did pull out certain tones more so than others. So what I was left with was a very kind of a purpley brown, which was totally wrong. It should be supposed to be kind of more of a golden brown. So at this point I needed to dye it again, which I was a little terrified to do after how that, you know, went. But I was real careful going in. Well, I mean, the fiber was in a better condition this time, because I mean, I don't know if it was the lanolin or if it was you know, just a combination of the citric acid and stuff. But the fiber was definitely a better condition now. It was way softer, which, like I said, I didn't realize that it wasn't as soft as it could be, but it was definitely way softer now. And I made sure to be like super precise and picky with preparing the dye bath and making sure everything was like exactly how it was supposed to be. Yes, so I dyed it with the new brown color that I had been waiting on in the mail, and fingers crossed, was terrified about it, but it came out and it was just about perfect. So, hallelujah. So this is what I've got. I've been sitting here playing with it this whole time. It is a little darker than I wanted initially, but it is lighter than what I had before. You can't really see the tone on screen. Actually, it looks quite purpley yet on screen. It's got a little kind of purpley undertone. I wish it was a little more golden, but I think it's fine. But now it is super soft, and I can, you know, really run my hand over it real good, and no color comes off. So I'm really thrilled that I was able to salvage that. So this is maybe about half, maybe about 40% of what I processed. I've got most of the wig done already. I'll show you that in a second. But clearly I did entirely too much fiber. I didn't want to run out, but I didn't realize I'd done that much too much. So I've got some brown hair now for a later project, so that's cool, the next wig. So here is this dude. I've got him, he's stuck on a little stand I've got going on here. I've got him, he's looking a lot Weird Al right now. He's definitely channeling some Weird Al, but I still have to cut and style, so he won't look like Weird Al when I'm done, I promise. Yeah, so I still have to do the parting line. I mean, it's done all the way to the top, but I need to do the fold over bit to cover all that business on top. But that's all I have to do. I just have to wait for this to dry before I attempt to glue that layer on. So, yeah, pretty happy overall. I wish the mohair was a little less kinky and a little more of like a smooth curl. So, I'm not sure how to go about, I don't know, I guess once it's all dry, I'll drench it and comb it through, and then try to kind of finger shape some more kind of curls out of it. But yep, I am just thrilled that we've gotten to this point now, and there's no color rub off at all, zero. And I mean, I really vigorously tested, just repeatedly with white paper towels, tried a whole bunch of different strands, and just really rubbed as hard as I could, trying to make sure that nothing at all was coming off, and it's not, so thank goodness. Alright, shit, I'm at 10 minutes already. That was supposed to be like a 3-minute update. I have a bunch of little things here I want to talk about, so you might not get through them all. I mentioned I was working on my corset yesterday, in yesterday's video, so I did indeed get that finished. Let's take her out of her stand here. Here it is, being modeled by the lovely Tegan. Yeah, so pretty happy with how that turned out. I love how she looks in profile, and I know a lot of this is her body's just kind of that shaped. It's limois, and she's got that sway back that the limois body has, but it really is very emphasized in these corsets and gives her this killer, like Edwardian S-curve shape, which, yeah, I think that's pretty killer. So there that is. Yeehaw! All my little, I ordered some new eyelets because I was running low on the ones I was working with. Let me see if I can grab. There we go. And I couldn't remember where the heck I'd ordered these from before. I really liked them, but yeah, I couldn't find the same ones again. So I ended up with what I thought were pretty much the same size, but I can't get a hold of the other one. This is what I was working with, and the red ones in the corset here are the new ones. How can I show this? Oh, I dropped it. Well, they're smaller. Look how tiny these are. That was the point. Oh, here we go. There we go. They are considerably smaller, which I think looks pretty great. But the problem is it took like so many more of them. Like this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This one has 8 on each side, and this one has 11 on each side, I think. So yeah, that took a lot of those, but I think they do look pretty great. And smaller is definitely more in scale, so I like it. And then I was able to get them in red, and I just got some gold and silver. I think I got some white ones, and then I ordered, I forget what else I ordered. I ordered another color for an upcoming corset that I knew I was going to do in a certain color. So anyways, that is my Valentine's Day corset. I will be putting this up for sale on Etsy. Let's see, maybe I'll get around to that tomorrow. I want to get it up as soon as possible, so if anyone is interested in buying it, they can have it in time for Valentine's Day. I like how this ruffle's kind of long, so it kind of like sticks out like it's a little skirt almost. I think it's kind of cute. Yes. So there is that. This is the first time I did the little beads on the crosses too, and I think that turned out pretty cute. Yeah, so happy with that. Excited to get on to the next one because I've got so many plans. I've got a bunch planned that I want to do for myself. Next I'm going to do I'm doing this fabric here next. This one's going to be for myself, and one's lined with that kind of coral color again. And I've got this trim that's going to go on the top. So I'm going to do that one for myself, but I'm going to try some like a different line. It's cut a lot higher, so instead of coming down here, it's only going to come down to about here. I'm thinking wearing it with like a pair of, one of my dolls wearing it with a pair of jeans, kind of down low. Ooh, what is it? It just dropped. Oh, that eyelet I was missing before. Anyways, it's gonna end like about here, and then I'm gonna have like a little bit of midriff showing and put her in a pair of like low-waisted jeans, and I think that'll be super cute. So yes, trying some different styles so that I can get a custom listing up on Etsy and kind of show the different options that are available. So I'm trying to make a couple corsets that have all of the different options that I have in mind. So, yes, I think I have about 1 minute left space available on my camera. So what do I have time for? I just got a bunch of stuff here that I was going to show, but I will do that tomorrow, I guess. Last bit Well, I'll just say goodbye and thank you right here. You know, I appreciate everybody watching, and especially if you leave me comments. I love that. And I do trying to respond to everybody, or at least, you know, give a like to your comments so you know that I saw it and appreciated it. So yeah, so thank you very much for watching. I'm gonna just keep talking until this actually cuts off on me, so, you know, expect me to end mid-sentence. I keep doing that a lot. I don't know if anybody's noticed in the video description below, I keep finishing my thought. So if in a video I get cut off mid-sentence, just scroll down to the description and I'll have finished the thought down there. So I don't know, it probably drives some of you nuts that it just ends hanging there. It certainly would drive me nuts if I was watching somebody else that did that. So anyways, certainly it's going to cut off any second, but this was another thing I wanted to show you. Is this not the stinking cutest fabric? It's like a navy blue with these adorable freaking cats. And then I've got a cute little mustard, like micro polka dot that I'm going to pair that with. I was trying to figure out what to do with it, and I think what I'm going to make is, I've got well, this is a mess of a prototype that I was working on at some point last year, but it's a, you know, kind of a corset top, or bustier top with a skirt. And so I think I'll do kind of something